Hello everyone, once again I Pooja Mogarkar welcome you all in e-learning courses. Today we will discuss about heat exchanger. Guys, first we will see what is actually a heat exchanger mean to be. So heat exchanger is an equipment which transfer the energy from hot fluid to cold fluid with maximum rate and minimum investment and running cost. There are some examples of heat exchanger such as intercoolers and preheaters, condenser and boiler in steam plants, condenser and evaporator in refrigeration unit, regenerators, automobile radiators, oil coolers of heat engine, milk chiller of pasteurizing plant, etc. Now we will see how heat exchangers are classified. So heat exchangers are classified on the basis of number 1 nature of heat exchange process, number 2 relative direction of heat motion, number 3 design and constructional features, and number 4 physical state of fluid. First we will see classification of heat exchanger on the basis of nature of heat exchange process. So according to that, there are two types of heat exchanger. The first one is direct contact or open type heat exchanger, and the second one is indirect contact type heat exchanger. In indirect contact type heat exchanger, again there are two types. The first one is regenerators and the second one is recuperators. So let's see what is direct contact type heat exchanger. In this type of heat exchanger, heat exchange takes place by direct mixing of hot and cold fluids, and transfer of heat and mass takes place simultaneously. The use of such a heat exchanger is made under the conditions where mixing of two fluids is either harmless or desirable. For example, cooling towers, jet condenser, direct contact feed heaters are the examples of direct contact or open type heat exchanger. Now let's see about the indirect contact type heat exchanger, where heat transfer between two fluids could be carried out by transmission through wall which separates the two fluids. As told earlier, there are two types of indirect contact type heat exchanger. The first one is regenerator and the second one is recuperator. First we will see what is regenerator. In this type of heat exchanger, the hot and cold fluid pass alternatively through a space containing a solid particles which is also called as matrix. These particles providing alternatively a sink and source for heat flow. Regenerator generally operated periodically, where the solid matrix alternatively store heat extracted from the hot fluid and then delivers to the cold fluid. In some cases, the matrix is made to rotate through the fluid passage arranged side by side, which makes the heat exchange process continuous. The example of regenerators are internal combustion engines, gas turbines, open hearth and glass melting furnaces, air heaters of blast furnace, etc. Now let's see what are the different factors affect the performance of regenerators. There are some factors which affects the performance of regenerator. They are heat capacity of regenerating material, the rate of absorption, the release of heat. So all these factors are affect the performance of regenerator. Here are some advantages and disadvantages of regenerator. First, we will see what are the advantages of regenerator. It has higher heat transfer coefficient, less weight per kilowatt of the plant, minimum pressure loss, quick response to load variation, small bulk weight, efficiency is quite high. Along with these, there are some disadvantages that are related with regenerators. These are, since it is costlier compared to recuperative heat exchanger, leakages is the main trouble, therefore perfect sealing is required. Let's see what is recuperator. This kind of heat exchanger are more oftenly used in industry. In this type, the flowing fluid exchanging heat are on either side of dividing wall. The wall in the form of pipe or tubes is used. These heat exchanger are used when two fluids cannot be allowed to mix, that is, when mixing is desirable. Examples of recuperators are automobile radiators, oil coolers, intercoolers, air preheaters, economizers, superheaters, condensers, surface feed heaters of steam power plant, milk chiller of pasteurizing plant, evaporator of an ice plant, etc. Here are some advantages and disadvantages of recuperator. First, we will see advantages of recuperator. It is easy in construction, more economical, more surface area for heat transfer, much suitable for stationary plant. Along with this, there are some drawbacks related with recuperator. They are: it has less heat transfer coefficient, less generating capacity, and shooting problem. Thank you for watching. In the next video, we will discuss about another type of heat exchanger. Thank you.